Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Weak side of the composition like this with an Ornn, for example, one of his better champions historically speaking. Could be really anything right now, though, in this meta. I'm not going to play guesses because it's going to be the Aatrox coming in here on. If Peace don't contest those early objectives, Life Esports are going to, oh, well, we're getting aggressive before I can even finish it.
Yeah, getting in there with the Amumu, not a bad idea. Aladark just trying to block off for his AD carry. It does a good job of that, but keep in mind, look at the gigantic wave that they're missing right now. Just the bottom lane of Peace just doesn't get in there. Chovy's looking for a solo kill here. The little techniques that he uses to get ahead here.
It's really crazy to watch him at work, you know, when he's got this big of a lead across the board as Vista.
Maybe a little bit too overzealous there, my good friend, as in goes the Tristana, and she's going to come out as well. Vista getting a little bit too excited as here comes Talia, though, looking to get the kills. There's the smite, and there is the second one going into the hands of
Because where do you end up getting value out of a Rift Herald when you're this far behind? That's why I called it a consolation prize, is Bob's going to rotate up here, but look at the respect shown from Morgan.
Yeah, and it was a good play mechanically. Like, Violet, he was the one who buffered the jump under the turret that got Vista into a dire spot. He's the one that jumped back in for the kill. And speaking of which, they're going for it again. But again, Willer is down on the bottom side, and they cannot get the kill onto Vista. That's just going to be another kill into Willer's pockets as they're looking for more. The Make It Rain will slow him down, and that bandage will get the job done.
Across the map, if you look at some of those CS numbers, you know, I avert your eyes, unfortunately, if you're a Peace fan.
Well, avert your eyes if you are a Def fan. He has no health and no mana as he is trying to get those kills or those shots down. But Bobip is going to get a very nice shutdown. He was 2-0-2 was Deft. And Bob is just going to pick up that money, so we'll be able to finish that first item early as Morgan's getting to work. The dominance will be forced here. Visitachi just trying to survive, and here comes Talia again, and they don't even...
In draft, it's just been straight up in the lane here, as Deft is going to take now a 2,000 gold lead as this tower falls. Win condition and the ability to threaten is going to be really nullified by the fact that Morgan is now starting to become very fed, and the fact that they have a Talia that can easily match this. And Tally, speak of him.
Okay, here we go. Willer getting jumped on, but Morgan is only going forward. Willer is in so much trouble as the 2v1 will come into effect. Here comes the rotation from the side of Life, and Deft is here, and again, he is the scariest member. Where did that guy go? As poor Rakan is not going to be healthy enough to survive against this, and neither will the favorable kills here with the rotation up of Vista and Deft. But if you would plan this out a little bit faster or cleaner, then I think that there's a way where you actually... The bottom side, but Chovy has read into this, and I think that map vision control to the side of Life is helping them identify that route to this at the moment. Willer is here too, and the problem with the Aurelia split push is, yes, you can get a little bit done here, but you're always under fear that Willer, as they're able to successfully defend this turret. Morgan, though, still lying in wait. Oh, boy. I knew that Deft was itching to just use that ultimate because, I mean, why not? Well, we're going to see Peace go for one last try here as see you later, Bobip just immediately gets blown up by the Misfortune. And nobody on the side of Life is going to go down.
I mentioned it earlier, it still hasn't happened. And if you're a Peace fan, you might be frustrated going, wow, we just got gapped. You know, it's Chovy, what are you going to do? Even nearby is able to identify that. And Tally will actually grab a little bit of extra gold here in this turret. And as we look at the next few moments here for Peace, let it get taken, you're losing out as well. Visitachi does have teleport in the side lane, but it can be easily interrupted if he decides to try to come in late. And this is actually a 4v4 fight Life Esports would love to take.
Oh, look at this. Bobip, he found his entry, and this is the moment he wanted to find. They get Willer, and Vista's getting taken down here quickly as well. Life are falling apart, and Peace found the perfect engage. It's down in the bottom side. We do have Morgan going toe-to-toe with Visitachi. Visitachi actually just showing him his heels as he was trying to run away. And Morgan will lane. They go for that. And Peace say, well, maybe we can go for the Baron. I don't know if they have fast enough Baron damage at this point in time, as there is a ward in the pit, and Life will be looking for the follow-up. It's going to be the turn from the side of Peace as they are looking for the kill on the Morgan, but that's not going to work out as the bolt time comes in. It does huge damage from over the wall.
against the onslaught that is the mid push that Honda Life Esports have. You know they have vision on the Baron. You know you probably don't have a fast enough clear, but if they hesitate, if they choke for just a minute, maybe you get a free Baron, you get those empowered recalls, you can turn the game. It does not happen, but you can't fault them for trying.
Well, not this time around, as Willer and Morgan at least deny it for yet another Drake. Not gonna happen. They rotate over, the power of Talia and her Weaver's Wall showing right there.
Yeah,
people were talking about it before Worlds, but now it's becoming more and more apparent with every game we see it, just how powerful that ultimate can be. But let's take a look at the teleport as Homalife want to go forward. That is going to be the Curse of the Sad Mummy on 3, and in goes Vista. The flank tries to go on Chovy, but he has a stopwatch, and that will be enough to save his life and win this game for Homalife Esports. Peace are routed. They have nowhere to go. Violet is trying to survive here in the pit, and he will be able to, but only him as Aladoric. Oh, what? He let him live. What a nice guy. Actually let him live, and he walked away. There you go. Okay, well, that's going to be game number 1, easily going into the hands of Homalife Esports. Even a little BM at the end. They get that.
They're going to be looking to dive in and get on top of that Lucian. Do see the Gragas coming through, which means, well, cry from what we saw in that Homalife game moments ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely got some fair League of Legends, just head-to-head here. Grepthar has been landing some nice stuns, and actually, they did see the Lulu. Tarzan just pops the Predator. They have Iwani nearby, but they may not know about Titan. It's a 3-on-3 heads-up going in here. Tarzan taking a little bit too much damage, and that is first blood. Given over to Titan. We also got a gank in the top side. No flash here for Ale, and make that 2 kills under the belt of the get out there, give your opinion, give your cheers to some of the players, some of the teams here at Worlds. Make sure you go on Twitter and hashtag Verizon 5G all chat, and you can have your message read here on Live Studio. So here we go. We got an engage down on the bottom side. Happened almost too fast for me to react to as the Lulu did die. Really nice flash here as Titan is...
LNG, how do you both defend the Rift Herald and rotate in to deny this Drake? You can't do both, so extra gold going in there with those plates. They grab this first Infernal very late into the game, but still, the lead continues here for Red Cannons. Nice macro play.
Yeah, still absolutely fantastic. Looks like this top lane a little bit less good for the side of Gigo as we got an all-in. 5-10 seconds before the kill actually happened, he had to not step up and take all that free damage as now he's trying to get another ward down, but he might be even in more hurt here. Has no flashes available. He face checks the warded brush. And unfortunately for him, the timing was perfect for LNG. The roam up to the top side as they will pick up the Red Cannons top laner once again. And even looking for a little bit more. They're trying to extend onto the Xin Zhao here. Aegis alone in the jungle is going to have to use that ultimate, and now he is going to flash over to his Aurelia as they're getting back in here, actually. As we do have the Vanguard's edge, and a stun landing. The damage is there on top. And they'll just both back away, get some buys in. We did have our MasterCard first Mythic of the game. I believe it was one of those Eclipses that did get built. Wouldn't be surprised if it was the Jaces. We do have a one-on-one here, and Tarzan is just gonna...
2 summoners. This is where you cast your mind back to that moment in the mid lane where he was almost picked and had to use both.
Yeah.
Now, the second time he's found, he's got no panic, or rather get out of jail free card, panic button to flash away with, and Tarzan's gonna pick up a second kill here. This will also, of course, with that extra pressure on the map, give them a second Drake. Yeah. And LNG are really starting to take...
Took down the turret. Then they got the summoners and the kill onto Titan, as well as getting a gigantic push in the bottom lane. So alongside of that, they get...
You know, they are able to... Red Cannons here put the pressure on in the middle of the red side jungle, while also Guigo gets free turret pressure there and grabs the turret itself there on the bottom side of the map. So we're going to see a big teleport flank.
This is gigantic. And look at the engage onto 2 of them. Johto and Aegis getting totally caught out here in their own jungle. Aegis now trying to turn it around. He's not able to take down the Rakan. And the Zed of all people gets...
This type of exchange, because he was pushing so deep that even he can't help. Gigo comes in to teleport, but the fight is over before he can actually pop his ultimate and make an impact.
Well, we do have a fight here As of course we did take a look at that new Axe Effect replay, but now we're just taking a look at the new effect of the Lulu dying as she just immediately does go down. And this is getting dicey very quickly for the side of Red Cannons. They're just getting caught all over the map, and LNG, they're an LPL team, and they are just finding you everywhere on this one. As we're having,
I mean, with 2 Eclipses, you've got a Gragas who's got explosive damage and, you know, the ability to CC, and then set up for the slicing Maelstrom, get a few stuns, and then bullet time comes in on top of it. There's a hope, right, with this comp.
Absolutely. And that's what they really need to do. But you can see that LNG are doing a pretty good job of spreading themselves out themselves, but maybe a little bit too much. This Dragon is getting low. It's looking good to go into the hands of Aegis here. As LNG
a lot lower, because yes, the flank potential you were talking about is very strong too, but with the 5 fingers is stronger than the 1, right? Or the fist is stronger than the 5 fingers, whatever the term is for that.
Titan might just die here. The wild growth is used, and Tarzan's looking for the cask. He's not going to get it. Have they overextended is the question. Titan looking for the bullet time over the wall, not going to go down, and you can see the burst damages coming in, and now the cannon just disappears as Icon isn't.
I mean, Giga wanted to use a slicing Maelstrom there. That's why he was walking forward. That's what he was trying to set up for, but he's just
as well. And take a look at the top lane here. Even Ale is comfortable enough to just push in and wait for this kill potentially. Titan, if he took that wrong side, he's still going to die actually over the wall. As
to stop this Baron through a choke point, you have no vision. So what could be the case right now, even though they are finishing this Baron, is what happened the last 3 times when Red Cans did
siege potential just with Jace.
I mean, Gragas too, and the Lucian can obviously just pop his ultimate on anyone who gets nearby.
They can't touch you. Just stop the flank.
One more,
you should be totally fine.
One more chance for Red Cans here. Grab throw on the flank.
Oh, Icon's playing with his food too. He's even going in on this one. Not sure about that, but he's got the follow-up. Nice wild growth. And finally we see the slicing Maelstrom, but it feels like we should have seen it maybe 5 or 10 minutes ago, because now it's just a little bit too little too late, as Ale is still full health. Nearly kills Jojo. Jesus. Gonna almost take him down. And this might just be LNG winning here. They still have this Baron, and they are going to be able to poke this one down. Another nice knock up from the Rakan as Ale goes in, the team goes in, and everybody's just looking to wipe them up here in the fountain. As we still have Baron, remember, guys. They're just gonna go ahead, take down the 2 turrets, and look to end this game and take their 3rd victory of play-ins here for Group A at the World's Play-ins Group Stage.
LNG towards this Lulu again for some of that mobility around the map. A lot more powerful with 4P. So if that minion wave is not there, you could probably just continue to push the issue, go forward there, and actually grab that kill, but not able to do so. With all of those minions, they do have to back away. Only getting the heal out of Violet, in fact, so not even getting any flashes there. So once again, it's all action in the mid lane.
All right, getting in there on to Cody, and down he will go first nearby. And there is a ward that did spot him, so Bobby Bentali just going to laugh at him.
He's got level 6, but I don't think you want to commit with Cody nearby. This is actually really risky.
Ooh, Ackerman's here, and so is White Lotus. They're just going to jump onto this guy. Even the Moonlight Vigil comes in, and Cody is going to scoop up the kill.
Kind of pinned down. You don't have a Mega Gnar bar, so getting into this choke point against this Lilia is just so difficult. Emotes flashed here because they know stealing this one away is basically unrealistic at this point. They're going for it.
Oh, the guy's got that ultimate. The Mega Gnar could not come any sooner. He's begging for it. Here it is, and he's going to get them against the wall. The 2 will immediately go down, and Bobbit is no different. The sleep comes in way too little and way too late, as it's a triple kill already for Bugak.
From the Latin America player, goes into the brush here. Ward has to be used, and then boom. Double stuns there, the follow-up from Ackerman. So perfectly done in a choke point like that. They were the ones coming in.
We got more fighting. They're trying to burst down Cody before any of this goes, and they will get down, actually. Solid Snake as well in a lot of trouble, and Infinity caught in the mid lane. Nicely set up here from the side of
Experience going over to Bobbit, but the big story here is that Tally is going to get more gold. He's sitting at 0, 2, and 3, but that doesn't really tell the story of his lead against Cody because he's 40 CS up right now. And all of those minions crashing into the mid turret means less gold for Cody.
Bugak says red buff. His Itachi has no flash right now. He's just going to get run down. Yeah, I mean, Peace kind of grouped up for it at that Rift Herald fight, and Bugax found the perfect timing. And really, it's all kind of the dominoes falling after that. And Sally's trying his best in the mid lane. He's really trying to be aggressive on the Aurelia. This is something they even talked about in that recent interview with Bob. Like, they need to win these lanes and get a comfortable spot in the mid game. As I say that, but Tali's getting CC'd down. The Vanguard's in from the Silas doing a lot, but he's able to turn it around as Bobbit comes in, and the Q from the Lee Sin.
Infinity can obviously use this to their advantage. The fact that they have a 4-0 Gnar. We just have to get to those fights first, and they have to stave the bleeding before then. They're looking for a fight on Tali right now.
Yeah, he's trying to bait him in for the Leona, but guess what? Solid Snake's here too. Nice dodge by Tali. He's trying to buy time for the Lilia to make his way up here. As a sleep will come in onto both of them. The Lee Sin trying to flash away, but it's not going to be enough. Swift up by the Lilia. Big Gnar into the wall, but Bugax is just a little bit burnt out. And he will get taken down, shut down by Bobbin. Down quite literally. And yeah, just really doing a good job, I think, playing around Bugax and him in the top side. Even though he did get taken down and shut down by the Lilia, he's still very impressive, and he's actually looking for more. The autos come in. Visit Chachi.
Teamfights use that lead to gain advantages elsewhere as White Lotus is alone.
Well, he's going to have to flash out of that one. If he didn't flash, he was so dead. So definitely the right maneuver there. The Dark Seal, as you mentioned, it's just like, you're not really going to be able to kill Babip unless you CC him 100-0. And that's a really scary thought, especially because Ackerman's trying to get this engaged. Here comes the Lee Sin. Really nice kick over the wall, actually, into the stolen solar flare from the Silas, so they get the Leona. As here we go, finally they're able to lock down Bobbip, and all of a sudden, Zaya not going to be easy to lock down, but with the Mega Gnar, they're looking for Tali. As here comes Solid Snake. Gonna look for the slow at least, and this is quite the far chase. They might be able to get Tali, maybe, as Cody nearly dies to Violet. And Tali is still on the run, not gonna be able to find another flawless duet.
Bobbip actually can be CC'd 100-0 if he is isolated while he's trying to be greedy. Meanwhile,
oh, we're not wasting any time getting into more fights. Bugax trying to go 1v1 with this Chachi, but we got the teleport coming in, but it's not doing enough for the side of Peace. And now this Silas is getting to work, but he's got Ignite onto him, and you see the damage here from Tali is just a little bit too much. Cody is going to get flashed on and hit down with that W. As now we do have the rotations coming in. We got Infinity looking for a little bit more. As the sleep will go down and the Zonius is there for Bobbit, but where is the follow-up? It's just not there.
with the resets here for Infinity, it's actually going to give them a free soul point. But it does feel like this could have been a much nicer position.
And slept, like maybe Tali can jump in and kill everybody. Well, it's so risky. It's so risky to do that into the Aphelios who's got Crescendum and is just waiting. He's champing at the bit. Here we go. Speaking of which, they're going to get on top of the Leona, who has to blow her stopwatch, as now trying to go forward. The Solar player not able to do too much, and now we'll go to Leona first, as we have Bobbin getting wrecked on the top side, not able to survive for long enough. Tali is trying to go 1v5 quite literally. He's going to get one, and now we have the Zaya looking for the turn. Unbelievable plays right now as the Aurelia goes in, but unfortunately gets sunk down. Maybe the dream is dead. Violet and Vizitachi trying to turn this one around, and they should be able to, but Bugax is way too fed as the red buff. Will it be enough? No, it will not. Having the majority of your damage being basically only the Aphelios is, you know, sometimes it's enough, but sometimes when you're facing a Federelli, it is not. As we're seeing an engage right now onto the Jace. They're trying to drop down Vizitachi, and they will be able to. They take down the Jace. A huge sleep is coming in. Let's see if the Aurelia can get it done. Tali is in the back line doing so much damage, but he will eventually be taken out by Bugax. As we do not see the Aphelios this time, but Bugax is like, I don't care, I'm the AD carry. Unfortunately, not really able to stand up to Violet and his red buff. He is chasing them down. And
we're going to see this Drake fight here. This is for Cloud Soul itself, not Cloud Soul Point. They've already gotten that.
Steal? Nope.
Nope.
Nice try.
Blow up. When Lilia exists and she is this fed, might not be the plan anymore. You might actually have to just front-to-back team fight here. Play around the fact that if you do lock up the Aurelia long enough, you might be able to kill a Solid Snake.
Oh man, he was backing on a ward, and that is not the time to be doing that. Over the wall with the ult flash, the kick not gonna help out too much. Even nearly gets Cody into some trouble, as Bobbit gonna take that.
Vegetachi in good position to poke.
They're gonna try to contest here, but as you mentioned, no smite, no hope of taking the Baron, and now you see the turn comes out here from the side of Peace, and they'll just get a bonus orange buff on top of it all, taking down the Gnar, as Bobbip even getting a bit more, gonna force that cleanse out of White Lotus. Had to use a bunch of stuff to get that out, but you can see Peace, they are not done just yet. The flash comes in, big charm though, and now we got White Lotus actually kiting back. You gotta be careful about this. TP now coming in, but it looks like Peace, even though they get themselves into a little bit of a dangerous, should be in.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really critical as it's timing out now. And this is when Peace are going to look to pounce. There's the Solar Flare.
Well, they want White Lotus. He doesn't have cleanse this time. If the stun went down, that could have been his doom, as the stun here from the Aurelia going to be missed, as we got Solid Snake on the backline, but he's being torn to shreds right now by the Xayah. And Infinity just a little bit out of sorts here, as we have the flash come in, the sleep onto the Aphelios, and now will come the cavalry. Peace are looking to take down all of these bowling pins in one fell swoop, as Tally now diving under the turret will be able to snipe this one. Actually, Chachi does pick it up, but with the Baron, they will be looking to end this game.
Oh, very, very close game, back and forth. But once Tally's lead started to snowball so much that he was practically immortal in these team fights, Bobbip's follow-ups were solid, and this is a very, very decisive win here in what was a very, I'd love to see Chovy play mid-Nami, but the Azir is still an option.
To the top side, that was pretty scary.
That was such a sick macro play too, because look at the CS that Chovy is losing in mid, as that wave is just under turret range, and I don't think you're getting the pick here.
Here we go, they're gonna get the teleport down on the bottom side, but this time it's looking a little bit more dangerous for Humble Life, as Shoto's leading the charge, but the damage is actually coming out from Deft, as another teleport comes in though, as the flash is good from Gigo. He's gonna be able to get both of them with the counter-strike, as now with the follow-up, Deft has nowhere to...
This scenario, he's going to end up going down here anyway at the end of the day, but this is such a great macro play. The trade-off, though, is the CS.
Morgan is able to buffer it, but it doesn't matter when there's three of them in the top lane. Morgan is trying to survive. They're going to force a flash, as we got action in the mid lane as well. Chovy trying to tank it up, and the damage is there, but Willer gets traded.
Grepthar had mid to push Chovy out of lane. You could see that Titan is actually just going to hover mid for a little while himself to pick up some of the slack there. He's also finding himself behind in CS, but the kills are coming through, as Morgan is collapsed on twice in this game.
Oh, Ignite, he's looking for it, the kill onto Gigo, and he's gonna get it. Gigo
getting a lot of power there, cost some CS there for Gigo in the top lane. Willer is gonna help clear up this dragon. It's gonna be first Drake going over to Hanwha.
He's gonna give a little bit of breathing room, at least for Titan to do anything to CS down on the bottom side, but getting this is pretty nice. As now we have the Destiny here on this one, but Chovy is right in front, trying to stop this, trying to knock Aegis away, and it will be enough as they do get the eye, as in comes Aegis, trying to look for a little bit more. Morgan is going to be frontlining. Here comes Willer. That wall does absolutely nothing, but it is going to buy some time for him to get in position. Yellow card comes in, but now look at Chovy and Vista going wild. Vista picks up the double kill somehow on this one, and Willer has set up vision behind Grepthar, who has no...
But Chovy's the type of player who, if you give him just an inch like that to trade, he will trade and get out without flash, with no fear, even though he knows Jojo is there. He's like, yeah, you know, whatever, that's 2/3 your health bar. We're gonna have to regen that up.
Shot is going to miss. We're still gonna drop this Rift Herald though, as it does come down, and here comes the Destiny, but he goes so low, he doesn't have his ultimate. Oh, he's not gonna be able to survive there. As you see, Aegis now trying to survive. They're trying to get this damage on Morgan, and they finally do, but man, the Red Cannon solo laners are just one and the plates in favor of Hanwha Life, and Chovy has a free lane.
Yeah, Chovy has a free lane. He's already ahead in CS. He's just trying to crash waves in. Here comes an engage from Vista.
Okay, they're gonna try to make this happen. That's a lot of damage on a Jojo. Look at this support go, Vista. There are no brakes on this train, as he will finally go down. That's why you should probably put brakes on the train. Here's a teleport that's coming on in. Grepthar getting jumped on, not able to survive against the Kaisa, as now Morgan's getting into the fun. Gonna miss on that one, but it's fine because I suppose Dep just gonna flash the wall and look for the kill on a Titan. Chovy, he is gonna flash, and you know what? Yeah, with the Kingslayer, he's like, nope, you guys don't have anti-heal just yet. I'm totalist.
But and even life, honestly, but he has grown up so much this season. Uh-oh, Morgan!
Just to add to the little bit of fiesta that we have in this game, Morgan's
just like, I've got the items. I can actually 1v2 this. Teleport comes through, but like, it doesn't matter. It's more fighting in.
Here we go. They tried to get onto Vista. By the way, he has stopwatch, guys. Called it out before. Now Chovy's going into 4, though, as he is somehow going to survive and try to turn it around with that Everfrost. Not quite the cleanest fight we've ever seen, as Red are trying to get on in there. Now Dep trying to 1v1. Not sure about this, buddy.
Maybe. Order. And they're going to lose this top turret eventually. Now, finally,
yeah.
They didn't drop the Rift Herald earlier, crashed him, but they didn't get the turret. And now Morgan's happy to sweep up the last piece.
Even with that extra attack speed to, you know, push Morgan out of the lane. So even though Chovy's in the top side, he doesn't have teleport yet. It's like, okay, just came up right now.
There he comes.
So here they go. As the Weaver's Wall will come in, but the Shintow turnaround is huge. As the damage from the MF does basically nothing, but they kite it back. And Red Cannons have the damage here. The Jax in the front line now going extremely deep, but you have the follow-up from JoJo as well as Grepthar. A super close fight as so many low health bars on the side of Humble Life, and Red Cannons are just looking at chasely
right now for Grepthar, so he's not going to come in here and try to contest despite the ward being here. You know you don't have any other support, but this means that not only do Humble Life Esports...
Side of Red Cannons, I mean, they have a pretty nice way to protect their MF, right? There are multiple ways you consider the Camille, you consider...
Ready to grab those opportunities if they arise. If Humble Life Esports play the rest of this game out perfectly, don't make any mistakes, don't extend.
Mid lane for now. They will have to deal with Morgan in the side lane eventually. But for now, just trying to keep vision around this Baron. Unfortunately, the scan is going to miss the ward behind that wall as they're trying to get on top of Vista here. He's just going to try to flash and doesn't have his aftershock. Finally, he does, and that will be enough to keep him alive. As now Chovy and Morgan get a massive flank teleport behind the entire team as Aegis is a little bit too low, and even the MF.
And with the teleport advantage that Chovy's got, he can wrap around. Morgan can get in there too. And what was a really proactive play for Red Cannons might have means the timing of this attempt means that they don't have the group up to actually contest this Drake. So that's a free in your, but it's the variance level has gone pretty low now. Humble Life Esports in firm control.
Yep, absolutely. And you see Grepthar is trying his best to do some split pushing. He knows that he can't help stop the onslaught of the Red Bull Baron power play from the side of Humble Life Esports. It's just going to balloon extremely fast and furiously, and as you mentioned, I mean, Infernal Drake on any of these champions is going to be huge, as trying to get the root here, Chovy is going to miss literally everything, but he has another stun, as that will be enough to get down Grepthar. Willer says thank you for the kill.
They fell apart a little bit earlier and didn't have the same sort of lead, but it feels like so close in a lot of these scenarios. I mean, you could see how great Grepthar is at dodging these skill shots, dodging these stuns, but he can't pull it off.
Okay,
here we go.
To get to that backline. JoJo gets a huge ultimate, but look at Chovy just ripped through the entire front line with that stolen bullet time, and that is going to be enough to put the nail in the coffin. Humble Life Esports will be winning this game as they take down the enemy jungler. Humble Life Esports will end up in this group of the play-in stage at 3-1 after they take down the Red Cannons right here.
They firmly put themselves in pole position for that second place spot. Second highest seed you can get going into that final match to put yourself in the group stage. Humble Life, bit of a rocky start against LNG, their Infinity Esports game.
Top side of the map. Surprised to see it blind. I mean, maybe this is a bit of a call out on Fudge's champion pool, but for people who are pushing solo lanes, that's going to make it very easy to find priority, find invade, steal camps away from the Lee Sin. You see that's exactly what Hush is doing, wanting to use this advantage, make it uncomfortable. We'll see if C9 can collapse onto this, but this is the game plan for Beyond.
Clever with that Fudge down here. They're going to collapse. Hush in trouble. Blabber already dealing a lot of damage. Leah going in there trying to spin the branch around, but it's Blabber that finds first blood.
No.
And Leo's on the menu for second, and it's a tragedy. Mark C as Fudge takes the second kill.
Cloud9 collapse instantly onto that Krug invade by Husha. Blabber does not land the initial Q, but follows up very quickly. Fudge gets the inside track on that collapse, and that's the big reason why. Action's not over though. Vulcan roam.
Vulcan at it again on the Leona. Mid lane here is going to force a flash. Fudge's CS not feeling too hot, so this Lilia counter pick definitely working out early on despite the death. But obviously the gold deficit's going to be massively shortened by that kill and assist gold that Fudge has picked up. So things feeling pretty good, but Beyond Gaming not done. Now it's a 3v3 brewing here in the mid lane as Kino has roamed up here on the Amumu. Vulcan level 4 also at the ready. Perks going in for it. But again, staying respectful. Now can see one, steals the ulti, gets it going, and Vulcan takes down Moan, and now going back in as Blabber is going to find the Nexus. Kino's trying to get the kill. Doggo flashes in, gets the auto attack and takes down Perks. And now Cloud9 in a 2v3. They don't really fancy the rest of that vision. There is a ward in the back of the pit, so Cloud9 do know what's happening. Vulcan going to confirm that by tapping the plant there and getting the Scryer's Bloom vision, but don't think there's anything Cloud9 can do. Ezreal's too late to this play. This ultimate's going to try and steal it. Not going to happen though, and that will be Husha picking up that Herald. Now Vulcan looking for the angle. Perks here as well. See the flip lands on a Husha, but the ulti's really nice. Fudge follows up, but the damage is massive. Yone back in as Blabber does actually get the kill, but Yone going to snap back as Leon takes down Fudge. Now Blabber's completely trapped, and will get picked up there as Beyond Gaming trade 2 for 1.
Yeah, nice job there. Beyond Gaming punishing Cloud9. That's how I was talking about that. Like that, we'll see. I suspect that you're right though, that this is just for some Q poke, because that's the main way that you're going to be dealing with the Lilia lane phase.
All right, well, so far so good for...
Maybe you do want to commit harder into the insta-blow somebody up game plan, which this will be better at, as well as providing a little bit of extra CC. It shouldn't be, understated how much that can help.
Whoa, Vulcan actually finding one! Not quite a one-shot just yet. Graves pretty tanky, but not nearly tanky enough as Fudge that picks up the kill. Perspective of, hey, we have to kill a single key member. This actually does line up well, right? Between Lily and a 1v1, Fudge can't really do anything but sit under the tower and hope for the best. Cloud9 though have started the Dragon, but as Rift Herald dropped mid, that's going to be the trade. That charge for a nice little exchange there in mid.
Yeah, a bit of an interesting situation. I'll hold my thought as we see it again.
Oh, that chain CC is so good, but Husha still takes out Sven. The CC on the other side is better, but Fudge gets the Everfrost, just barely missed the Yone who ultis out, but Doggo is going to be the target. Perks is going to shut that down, as this SARS has been on point all tournament long. Make it a second there as Lilia's going to die to Perks. He naps the double, and Cloud9 collapsed to punish BYG in mid.
See, and that's apparent. Yep. But I think the thing that is also really important for all-ins and just being a threat is the amount of damage that comes through if you land both halves of it, as he's currently getting a heat gun.
Oh, Perks looking for the Everfrost, but he finds the E on the other side instead as the ulti stolen. Does commit it for the kill, but Perks is on a killing spree now. Happily taken as Vulcan looking to lock up Yone, but he goes back in. Vulcan gonna get crushed as Doggo picks up one.
Yeah, losing track of TP's too far in the river. That is the case, but Moan TP collapse does make it a 1-for-1. You trade supports out there. Still probably a little bit in Cloud9's favor to get that global off the map, so you can be a little more free with the rest of your playmaking.
Oh goodness, Malphite. Just so much CC. Doggo is no flash, no hope, just dead. Just straight dead 1v1.
Yeah, we'll see if Fudge can get out of there, if he's going to get punished for that all in. Might be going for with that stopwatch you see. Might actually be picking up a Zanya's as well. Kind of going a little bit of a high river out there because it still has armor on it.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Curious to see if it does turn into that, or if he's just happy with the investment right now. Obviously, we all know stopwatch is very good. Doggo, gonna have to cleanse it off. Blabber looking for the kill, finds the Q, threads the needle, and now the flash kick is gonna deliver him to Sven, who picks it up nicely. Blabber though pops a gold trigger. That's unfortunately not enough to save you. Item's not that good, but Vulcan also in trouble. Yone ulti over the top to finish things up as Beyond Gaming will punish Cloud9's greed a little.
That was definitely greedy. Blabber saw the angle, healed on. We're not done yet. Teleport's coming in from Malphite.
It's Fudge. He's got ulti. Who's getting ulted? Everybody. Sven already took down one, and again the Everfrost Malphite happens, and you just cannot run away. Leon though is found a target. He does want a battle. Sven gonna cleanse off the sleep. Fudge does shut down Husha on a killing spree now from this Malphite, and Perks is chasing Leon, but Lily is just so speedy.
At the end there, you saw Fudge tunneling, wanting to finish off Leon. Then you have Perks focusing. I believe it was Kino down, and then Leon was just in the middle. Oh god. It looked like they were trying to set up a face check and just got a little greedy going for it. Flashed over the wall. And it was smarter for Beyond Gaming to do it. And you can see that lapse in vision has allowed Sinak to start the Baron.
Fudge at it again, but this is just zoning, maybe looking to finish off the Baron. In fact, Fudge completely just gonna gatekeep Husha out of this pit. Gets the Everfrost down on Kino. Perks over the top. They've got the Baron, and now they're going back to it. Perks No, Sven getting that kill as now Moen gets a very nice ulti through, but it's just no follow-up there. Fudge is going to get shut down by Leon. The Conqueror procs, the spin happens, and they will at least trade back 1-for-1, but Leon now has to turn for the hills. Kino's already dead. Husha fell as well, so not even a 1-for-1. Beyond Gaming losing 2, and Cloud9 still got the Baron.
Oh god, the fudge factor, the BM emote spam just saying, walk through me. I dare you, try and get to this Baron buff, and it kind of stalls out Beyond. And, you know, on the back end of this, they're going to find a couple more kills for C9 probably here. Leon in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, Livia ran all the way to the wrong side of the rift, and Blabber and Vulcan are going to have to go on a wild dude chase, but I think they'll lock it down. It might take a bit. Vulcan is getting a little spooky on the HP situation, but Blabber, very accurate. Cloud9. It's Perk stealing the movement ultimate every fight.
Who's the best Amumu in the game? The Silas.
Definitely Silas. Definitely the level 16, 11 stack Magic Silas.
Well, maybe they're going to go finish him off for that.
Alright, Perk's going to lose some pages perhaps in a 1v3 that he cannot escape. Will get shut down, but Cloud9 are just rampaging through the finish this off. Again, Fudge can play bodyguard if he needs to, but he doesn't need to. Even has the exhaust ready for the teamfight. Has been swapping pretty I certainly hope so, as Perks is even going to do a bit of counter jungler here alongside Blabber. Level 17 now for the Silas, as Perks is just zipping over the walls into the waiting arms of Husha and friends. Level 12 of Mumu now, bandit shots one. Oh, flash ulti! Not enough, but now the ulti is his again as Perks has once again stolen Curse of the Sad Mummy, and Fudge is in there, Blabber's in there first though. It's going to pop the Zhonya's, Fudge looking for it, Sven going to get the pick off, that's a great Yoni ulti to try and get it back, and indeed they get the kill. As Fudge now low, but not dead just yet, but he flashes out of the way. As Cloud9 still looking to play here under the tower, Perks going absolutely insane under the enemy tier 2, looks for the second, can't grab it. And now Vulcan going into stasis. I think Cloud9 maybe bit off a little too much on this play. And
jump on top of them. Not happy. Doesn't look too thrilled about that one.
Yeah.
Did not want to lose those stacks, I bet. You know, no, nothing on that mage eyes now.
He's out, yeah, he's out. Lost the last page he had. I think he saw, like, you know, the 10 stacks coming back in. Fudge though. Oh my goodness, poor Kino. Just deleted his, Yone, sorry. He's going to go back in and find a few. Blabber low, but not dangerous yet. But Vulcan also bleeding as Fudge. Trying to play defense, but beyond time from the top play. They can play aggressively here, keep the minions pushing and take Baron. So it's not, you know, reckless engaging that Cloud9 are entertaining. But they already, the bottom side of the rift was pretty battered by Cloud9's last siege. That inhibits back though, thankfully for them, but Fudge is once again asking to ult your teammates. As Vulcan does find the engage, Everfrost follows. Kino loses the ulti again. Blabber maybe trying to bait out the ulti, but doesn't find it. Finds another Q though, kicks him to death. And Cloud9 now...
Test 4v5, or if they're going to keep Moen on top side. Doesn't have TP, so it looks like they're just sacking it.
Yeah, gonna go ahead, have to give that Infernal Soul over again. Your movement's not up for 10 seconds, not a lot you can really do. And take down a second inhib here, and maybe just walk it in. Kino's back, but I'm not sure it matters.
Yeah, he ended up losing his ult, right?
Plenty of time left on this Baron, 45 seconds. Jeez, that is a long siege for Beyond to try and go in. And Blabber just finds the pick, it's Kino again! They're bullying the poor boy! And now Vulcan diving back in. Husha though is going to make him pay for it as Perks dove in straight. As Sven is now dominating Perks, he is going to die. Husha actually grabbed himself the double as Cloud9 tried to end the game but couldn't quite find it. 3v. Again, C9 are just trying to get to that same map state, right? Where they can take Gris and it doesn't really matter. And if nothing happens, then they'll go ahead and take an objective. As Perks steals the Yone ultimate to get out of there. No, never mind, he's not going out. He only goes in. And now he's going to have to leave, but he goes back through the Infernal Soul, explodes the enemy Yone, and now Perks looking to make the 1v2 into another 1v1 win, and Perks will find the double in the 1v2 play, and Fudge is taking every tower shot in the lands as Sven demolishes for Husha and BYG. They can only defend for so long, but the ace is there, and Cloud9 are going to pick up their second win at Worlds.
Cloud9 going 2-0 to start groups. Beyond Gaming dropping to 0-2. A tough start, but for Cloud9.
Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
A very good laner, but not the dominant one who's really going to skill check the Jace. And so I feel like this was a pretty safe call out by them.
Yeah, Evie is had a bad time as far as like...
It's not been great.
No, and it's on the second bubble lands.
They might be getting baited.
Yeah, there's Steel around the corner, and now Xerxes like, uh-oh. I've gone too far. I'm going to have to flash and steal. Follow flashes. Gang misses a Q though, and Zergsting gets first blood as a result. And now back in they go. Oh, the gravity gun snipes, so Unicorn finally gets the kill. But Zergsting blocked there off the lantern. Mojito also down here for a refresher. You know, time for a drink.
And I feel like oh, hold on here.
Oh, Hook. Does that onto Zergsting. He's going to be the target. Nami, like you said, very squishy. But they're going back in there. Can they make it happen before the TP completes? This looks absolutely tragic. Galatasaray and Evie cleans up one. Is there any more? Mojito going to be the target lined up next. What a flip out of Evie. Gets it there off the back of the gravity gun for the second. And Gang stays alive as Steel cleans up the third. And Dead FM take 3 in the bottom one.
So now we'll see where they want to drop it. I feel like with the pressure bot lane has, you might just try and end that lane phase and be like, okay, you pick Nami in for the lane.
Ready for a solo kill, Muxy? I am, and there it is. Evie gonna take it down just so easy.
Oh, not even let me get my words out. Evie is popping off this game. Like we said, at 6.
So easy. There is the Herald getting dropped. Plate's already stripped, and that should be about enough to finish it off. In fact, Udapon gonna stick around just to make absolutely sure. Shoots up, and they're even gonna grab the dragon off the back of it as well. That is literally wins across the rift for Dead FM. As Arya even
pressure, we don't even need our abilities. They're just throwing them out there. Whatever, we'll push to the next wave. We'll keep taking terror plates. And they have the extra comfort of having Steel in their back pocket, even if, you know, Mojito did try and show up. There we go, this one lands.
Yeah, really nice there. Zergsting so squishy. Gang able to take him out so easily there with the Ignite. Does have to flash away though, but Mojito's here far too late to try and save this. The wave clear again. These mid laners just happily farming back and forth against each other. Arya's like, my team's winning, this is great. Blue is like, what do I do?
Yeah, I mean, for Steel, oh my god, alive's dead.
Just as I said it, the Gale Force all in from Udapon gets himself almost a solo kill. There's a bit of help there out of Gang as Steel pops his own ulti to fend off the tidal wave, but gets out from under the tower in time.
Oh god, feels bad. None of you actually do anything but damage, really? And you're very far behind.
Arya also almost continuing to make Zergsting's life very painful. Almost sold out the Nami, forced out the tidal wave, which was very clutch. Did manage to save.
He is looking real good, though he is under a little bit of pressure here.
I'm not worried. Dive. This is fine. 1v3, Steel's in the back pocket.
Yeah.
1v4, this will be fine. Everything's fine. It's not fine. Evie actually shut down by Zergsting, who gets him sweet revenge. Nice pick there for Galatasaray.
Yeah, it felt like DFM might have been in the area to defend that with Steel and Gang near the blue buff, but just too clean by Galatasaray. The ball 100-0. Evie could not do much there.
Unfortunately, in a game like this, trades are never made equal. Even Balulu is not particularly safe if Arya roams back around. Zergsting also looks a little fragile, but Udapon's going to get the happening here. Steel's just going to admire the scenery, take down the dragon.
This is the problem for when you don't have enough threat of anything else for trading. You know, like DFM says do, well then they can just leave one person to do it and actually contest that push that they were trying to get up on the top side. So Galatasaray not getting anything, but Mojito deep.
Big angle. Ooh, TP is very spicy. Udapon going to be the target with the Blasco and Zed going to save him. Now Gang in trouble. Evie though is going to reinforce, and now Crazy's completely caught out of position. Flashes over the other side. Steel pops the ulti as he runs into the potential 1v4. Arya very low, but Gang's going to finish off Crazy. Arya's going to live through it all. Mojito is trying to get in there, but he's not able to get it just yet. Balulu, though, finds two with the spin through, but Udapon's still not dead, and that means the rest of the enemies are make it 3 already. 4, in fact, Zergsting's the only one left alive, and the ace is on the table and delivered to the enemy AD carriers. Detonation, Focus Me are going to find
alive. Gang a good job doing his peeling duty as the Thresh, and they ace Galatasaray for you saw against C9.
Yeah, I don't think I want to play against this this particular iteration. They are on fire right now. Every little thing is stitching together nicely. Detonation, Focus Me are trying to capitalize on, and Mojito is up on the flank once again, but Gang's already shut that down. The hook into the bubble, into the deadly sin, and the flash will not save you. Steel finds that kill.
Good fundamentals by DFM there for Galatasaray to do anything to contest this.
And they will not. They will instead lose one, and now an inhibitor to go with it. Thankfully, there are no other ways.
The only way to like really differentiate them kills me. I hate it.
All right, well, Mojito's looking for the steal. This is a very clutch one to try and grab it. Gang again already running interference. Puts up the box completely. Box is leaking out of that play, and Steel's going to smite the dragon away. Alive is trying to make it happen, but he's not going to get it. Zergsting instead's going to be the target. Zinza ulti lets him rip Mojito low and down and out. It's Udapon with the ulti on a rampage. Takes down one already, make it a third. There is Steel grabs one. Aria makes it two. Alive's now going to be the fourth kill as they're on for the ace once again as Aria and Blue are doing battle. But it feels like the final time this game because Evie has had enough. Get him off now, get him on Urgot, and he's going to end the game.
A clean 27.5 minute snowball by DFM off of a bot lane play. They go bounce back after day one, picking up a win here and keeping their hopes alive in this group.
And you know, Beyond's approach to this in general. Last victory for Unicorns of Love is Wukong. Going to be the counter.
They just saw the Lee Sin, but, or excuse me, they just saw the Xin punishing the Lee Sin, so he knows that the dive's not coming in quite yet, but that is still something you have to be concerned of. Instead, Husha looking to the bot side to punish.
Misfortune looking like a decent target. Exhausto up and available. Who is it going to be? Kino dives in, and that is going to be Misfortune flashing to her death. It's first blood for Doggo. Love to see it there for Beyond as power shot does happen, and now the redive is indeed coming through. Husha low. The heal, though, is going to save him. Doggo trying to tank it up, and it looks a little bit disastrous as one will fall under the tower. And that execution is not even a real kill. So now it's Nomad's trying to get them on the board here as Doggo is going to be the target, but Kino running into interference. Husha flashing. Kino out of there. And then indeed it is Ananasik. Going to go ahead and start that up.
See if Beyond want to contest. They have basically everyone, and Ezreal's making his way up. We'll see if he can make it there in time.
Young here as well can maybe get some poke happening over the wall. Only tags boss. And they're actually trying to pick off the level 6 MF here. That's a pretty good target. Great stun there out of the Syndra. Ulti happens. Exhaust is good, but it's not enough as Husha gets the kill anyway. And now actually the Herald, maybe still something they can take here. Ananasik does have Smite, but his health's not that low. They tag the over the second time, and somehow Husha steals it. It's an absolute tragedy right now for Unicorns of Love as Ananasik is going to pay the extra price going down as well.
Well, it's a disaster so far. They've been
pretty good. In any sort of 80 carry duel. The difference being that you're 30 CS behind and the enemy has Divine Sunder finished already, which doesn't really...
What's the point? You know, for the flip side, Beyond just says, we don't really care about you getting a Mountain Dragon when our Jace is... I mean, they are saying bot lane again, keeping Doggo down there, so another trade by Beyond, but this one I feel like, okay, you're actually giving them something. Trying to land some pre-fight poke with the pull time as well as clear the wave, and then you have the flanks come in from the pincer move, but it just kind of fell apart because the vision control was so good, it was so telegraphed.
Ooh, this is maybe a bit of a pinch here, but Beyond Gaming are going to keep sticking together. Herald dropped in the mid lane here to try and get some counter play, but Beyond Gaming actually fancy Ananasik as their target here as Boss continues to eat poke to the face. Syndra stun's very nice there. Boss going to get an unleashed on, but Doggo getting out of dodge there. Husha diving in, and now it's a 2v3 in the back line, and they're just getting decimated. Unicorns of Love, but they will trade it back and forth there as Moan is going to fall on the other side. Argonaut still alive for a little while longer, lives to tell the tale, but Doggo flashes in for the max range Q, and he wants blood. Nomad's going to be the next one on the chopping block, and reads
given how the fight started, with how much pre-fight poke there was, as well as how far they are behind in the game, and you can see the potential of their comp, but Doggo's too clean.
That was really slick. Even going to take the dragon.
Old school numbers mid laners used to get when they were doing the raid camp farming. You remember that crap where they'd steal all your junglers and go to the other guys? That is some insane numbers for an Ezreal.
All right, well, Syndra, how do you get out of this one? In a 1v3, soon to be a 1v4, Santa's the target. Is going to get killed. Liang swoops in to get it. Now Kino looking to line them up as Doggo finds Boss with a bit of the true shot barrage. Not enough to get the kill just yet, but Husha is closing the trap. Nomanso on the wraparound is trying to make it happen. Liang gets one, but he gets traded back and forth. Now the bullet time is going to zone out the rest of Beyond Gaming, and they don't have it just yet, but Unicorns of Love need to leave the scene of the crime now, and that is easier said than done. Boss is low. Argonaut is just about dead. As Wind becomes lightning, we'll finish off the tail end of that kill, and Doggo going to pick up the sails here as Boss is the only one left.
Back into this. Santos is the only one in the area. No teleports. I guess Boss has his teleport up. Can get a ward down. Maybe they can stop this, but doesn't look like they want to go for it.
Yeah. Ultless, flashless, Nautilus in existence.
He is on a safari mission.
Unfortunately, he is now, I guess, the prey. Just spotted by Husha briefly. Doggo dominating, just deletes Santas from the game. And oh my goodness, that true shot barrage did a lot to Argonaut. And Moan's busy fighting a couple, but not going to matter as he finishes off one and the others are going to get grabbed. And now Husha once again with the re-engage as everyone's been poked down low. And Doggo is continuing his reign of terror. Misses the Q finally on camera. And Ananasik with some nice footwork to get out alive, but unfortunately the structures will not be so lucky.
Nope, looking like it's going to be both mid and bot inhibitor here. We'll see if Beyond Gaming want to try and push for the end. They seem like the kind of team that would be down to scrap it out, especially if they can find another pickoff here. They're super far ahead, looking like they're going to find their first win in group stage of play-ins.
We wonder why we kept hearing, oh, it's Doggo's team, it's a Doggo-centric team. Finally, kind of realizing some of that we saw when he was subbed in for PSG last international. This lockup is nice though. Everfrost here out of the Sars to find 2 with the root, but not enough to get a kill as Doggo's going godlike, still shifting forward there as Boss finally slays 1, gets Kino as Husha on the back end, takes out Nomad's True Shot Barrage back up, of course it is. It's been long enough here as Boss once again is going to go back in onto the Zinzao, but that's not going to be enough for a kill. Leon's going to finish one up, Boss is going to get finished up as well, and it is only MF left to die to Doggo, this time going to escape.
He decides he prefers creeps over killing MF. I am positive he just kind of like kept running at an angle he could have cut. Well, whatever, he gets both. What am I saying? Doggo, of course, is going to get both.
Melee, Ezreal, shifting in, getting the ace, and now we're back for more. Santos is like, I don't know what round this is, I'm out of here. I don't think I like this experience, and Beyond Gaming are going to make sure it ends quickly at least, as they will take down...
You know, also has map mobility, not necessarily an actual gank attempt, and especially someone like Talia who really benefits from a lockdown setup to get her flick off, that it makes it so much easier, and the slow that Trinity might get if he chickens them is just not the same.
What about Leona? Seems like a pretty good setup CC. Again, no flash, does get slowed down, but Lulu is going to get himself over the wall though, and should be A-OK, but Blabber finds the flash, flicks him back, and then it's going to be first blood to... Everything's A-OK, but no all-in there for Cloud9. Blabber is here in the area, but of course Mojito is down here as well, covering for the team. Alive getting aggressive, but again going back in. Nice play, Ignite is down. Zergsting trying to make him pay, but Sven once more does have the auto attacks, and now Alive is going to try and get out of there. But I think he's dead as Blabber will finish him off. Electrocute's going to proc, and now Mojito is the next target. A great flash out as Sven is going to try and keep him alive. No. And that's actually enough to kind of, and that is an absolute tragedy for Galatasaray as Sven collects it all.
Cloud9 for that, you know, was just trying to make the best of a bad situation, and you see how happy the Cloud9 staff are.
I love, they're all obviously, that was such a nice play out of Sven. Vincent's especially that manager was choice, so I think he's going to get memed into oblivion, at least by the C9 social media stuff, as Blabber is just making it sing in every possible lane. Fudge down. Don't be too upset, but at least doing, making the trades you have to make when you're a little bit behind here. 2,000 gold or so up for Cloud9. Going to go ahead and take that dragon there.
Potentially threaten a dive, and they're starting to do it now, but because of the dragon situation, the rest of his team wasn't initially there. Now Blabber's in range to cover.
Yeah, and Mojito is just going to straight fake check this to Leah. Blabber's going to see it. The damage is going to be done and doesn't even use the ulti. But a 2v2 still continues. Baloo going to steal the J4 ulti. Looks to dunk Fudge and takes him out. Now Fudge in trouble, trying to dance around there. Trapped in his own ultimate, and Crazy is going to pick off the second one, which I think he'd be okay in, but it's obviously not going to be a 1v1 for very long. It is nice though to see Galatasaray recognizing where they can't go. Slow connects there. Vulcan flashes in instantly. Sven's going to pick up a sitter and takes down the Misfortune, but now on the wrong side of the rift. Going to have to dance his way out into his coffin perhaps as Mojito flashes over the wall. Sven though is going to flash out of the way. The Rift Herald's been summoned and Sven is still out of there, trying to make it happen. Arcane shifts onto the blast, going to mine.
This is the Doggo build where he went the Divine Sunderer. I feel like it's something that people still autopilot Divine Sunderer a little bit too much. I thought maybe
have to worry about it. It's 3 and 4 that you really you owe your attention.
Yeah, I think for Cloud9, it's always nice if you can do the Drake snowball as well. But here, Fudge has been behind for a large portion of this game. He's like, hey, I would really appreciate getting this gold back in my pocket as flash forward, buy Zergsting, yields nothing.
Love the attempt. Unfortunately, guessed wrong, right? That's basically 50-50 at that point, where he's going to juke. And now the reverse collapse as Sven True Shot barrages a few people in mid, but Blue's here with the stolen Leona ulti. That's going to get another shift out of Sven, but now Vulcan tied up in the lasso is going to get killed by Alive, and now it's a 5v2 for Sven and Blabber, and they got to get out of there.
Maybe a little bit harder to grab that one, though. We'll see if Blabber's in the area.
Blabber looking, but 1v3 right now. Does have his flash. Already gets Mr. Smite. Zergsting finds the mark, and that's an easy pick off there for Galatasaray. Now 4v2 around this Rift Tower. That is going to belong to them, so that's an objective they like to take. Perks over here so late, but they do want to fight apparently. Sven feeling pretty strong. Perks getting in there. Gale forces through, gets himself hooked up, has to pop the ulti. Fudge ain't going to get the kill, and Perks does indeed pop Undying Rage, but Crazy's going to take down Fudge. And Sven's going to fall as well, as Alive is picking up so much gold, and Vulcan has to dance around through but can't do anything at Cloud9, and ill-advising.
As well as the Dragon, so like while the gold lead doesn't look like it shrunk that much, there's going to be quite the influx going in their favor here. Able to grab this one without even needing to commit the Rift Turtle, probably going to grab the second turret as well. In the meantime, you know, C9 is just saying split push mode with Perks up in the top lane on Tryndamere, but this is all still great trades for Galatasaray. Well done. Despite the bit of a losing situation or position that they're in currently, because the Dragon stacking will be something that keeps Cloud9 honest in this game and not just letting Tryndamere AFK split push all the time.
Oh, crazy that they found a pick. Blabber going to cut him off the wall as well, but Perks tries to make it happen. Punch over the top again. Blabber finds the flick. And Perks is taking out Crazy Mojito's low as well. Vulcan is just in the midst of the enemy team, getting it done with Leona. And Blabber's going to find the snipe with the stones, as now Xerxes falls to flash away. And Cloud9 looking at the enemy tier 2 turret like it doesn't exist, excuse me, as he will get...
Who was under threat. So Crazy thinks, well, I'm just holding mid lane, and that's actually the one that they choose to attack. He tries to get over the rest of his team.
Find the final few rocks, doesn't get the 4th kill, but hey, they'll take 3 there, stopping that Dragon Snowball. They take that that Infernal Dragon for themselves, excuse me. And now Perks at it again, and Balulu's getting chopped to bits, and oh, we're gonna get to see it. Battling ultis here, unfortunately. Wait,
he didn't pop off.
Wait a second! There's side laners as well. Cloud9 can do a lot of splitting in some of these side lanes here, which I think has to
doesn't actually want to contest this, and instead rotating up to the top side to help the Jace finish the push off.
Perks, they're running interference. TP coming in though. It's 4v1 right now for Fudge. Although he can't know that. Balulu coming in, and Fudge gonna have to give up the tower. That's fine. Not really much. This lopsided here is I'm very surprised Xerxes is going to leave. In fact, maybe they may have cast a curse him into oblivion. Great flash there up to the box. Perks, though, is going to slow him down, and that hook, unfortunately, is going to seal his fate. And now the Baron's back on the menu for Cloud9.
Yeah, you're talking about the open map state, a little bit lazy there by Galatasaray, not all getting out at the same time. Leaves one behind, and just as a perfect layup into the Baron for Cloud9.
Oh, good dunk there for Fudge. Trying his own Mojito out. The stun lands in for Vulcan. Balulu making it scary, but Blabber finds the smite. And now Balulu's in the midst of it all. Fudge is going to try and make his way back through. They swap positions with Vulcan. It's like old school Urgot ulti is Cane shifts, right? At some point, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, this far ahead, not much can go wrong for Cloud9 now.
Xerxes again under fire. Oh, goodness. Looking like quite the Rebel Baron power play here as Blabber's on a killing spree, just deletes one off the map. Make it 2 there for Blabber, as it's 3 dead already on the side of Galatasaray. It's Balulu trying to fight his way out once again, but it is only Crazy left alive to tell the tale of his destroyed Nexus, because Cloud9 are just rampaging through this game.
Cloud9 looking to end the game, 28 minutes. Crazy's the only one up, but Sven wants some more blood.
More shifting onto the enemies. Sven making it known that he hasn't misplaced his keys, unlike his teammate Perks. But Perks looking good at the end of it all. 5-1-8 at the Infinity Edge.